Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the Pete Perspective. Hey, my name is Pete, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to you. Today, I want to share with you guys a product, it's a pretty exciting product actually. I just got it. This is not a sponsored video in any way, shape, or form. I'm not being paid to talk to you guys about it, but I'm just telling you about something that I use and am excited about. So I want to unbox with you the Logitech 4K Pro webcam, all right? This is pretty much their flagship 4K camera, and it's really awesome, has a lot of cool features. But today I'm just gonna do a quick overview and unbox the product with you. And yeah, we're gonna jump into that. But before we do, I just want to really quickly just go over some of the really cool key features, and then we can unbox it together, okay? So starting off, right off the jump, you already know the camera is $199. Pro tip, if you get it on Amazon right now, it's actually like $155 or something like that. But I don't know if contracts, I don't know if they work something out on the back end. But this camera, I mean, has a lot of cool things. It's Ultra 4K HD. It has HDR. It has a technology called Right Light 3. So between the HDR and the Right Light 3, those things really help you just get lit. Get lit.
When do they stop tuning their instruments and play the music?
That is the music.
A lot of people are still working from home, and you look great on camera. It just makes a big difference. It builds trust, it builds credibility. This thing has from low light to direct sunlight. It's gonna help adjust all of those things on the back end using that Right Light 3 technology. It's silky smooth. It has a frame rates up to 90 frames per second. On top of looking good, it's even more important that you sound good. I know a lot of times I'll look something up on YouTube and then I'll just set my phone down and listen to it. So people treat YouTube almost like the podcast app. So making sure that you have great audio is a big deal as well. And Logitech does do that really well with this camera. It has noise canceling microphones, which is such a gift. Obviously your 4K calls, but then you can adjust this camera to be less if you need it to be. So another cool feature is that you can always crop in, right? So this has a super wide field of view when it comes to being on your setup. So one of the nice things is that you can just crop in to where you want your frame shot to be. So I know if you're like me, my studio space is like half guest room, half studio space. I don't always want a client to just see a bed, even though it's immaculate. It's just not something I necessarily want. And so that is a great option to be able to just zoom in and frame out my shot, frame out what I want them to see. And then I am the focus of that shot. And they're not thinking about where's Pete? What room is he in? Blah, blah, blah. Another cool feature that this has is that it actually has facial recognition technology. Now, I will say that unfortunately, the only people that are doing this really well right now is Windows, right? So on a computer, Windows does have Windows Hello. It's pretty much the Face ID for Windows. I know that Macs, MacBooks and iMacs in the future will have Face ID because that just makes sense, right? You open up your MacBook, it sees your face, unlocks, right? You go sit down at your space, you look at your computer, it unlocks because it recognizes you. I feel like, why is it so hard to get, Apple? Just put Face ID on Macs. What? And my guess is that when those features do come, I do believe they'll come to Macs, MacBook Pros, or MacBooks and iMacs, but I just think it might take maybe this year, maybe next year. And so when that technology does come out to those products, it's nice that the Logitech webcam already has that technology built into it, because then they could probably release a software update to make it compatible with iMac and Face ID at large. You could always control the settings to your camera manually. I try not to tweak those too much because you can go pretty crazy pretty quickly. But let's unbox this thing so you guys can see it in real time. All right, guys, so there we have it. This is the 4K Pro webcam, and as you can see, the box looks and feels pretty premium. This is like an ASMR channel right now, all right? I want you to feel that box. We have essentially just some really cool iconography down there too, so designers take note. And yeah, this is pretty much the actual size of what it's gonna be. And just slice into someday when I'm off. I'm really struggling to open this. Okay, there it is. So for future reference, you can open this panel from the side. They want that really nice, sexy box on the outside. And then, of course, they want just this basic box. Actually, what's cool is that I'm shipping my Apple Watch. I'm sending that to someone today, and this is the perfect little box. Like, I might send my Apple Watch in this box, which is cool. There she is. Okay, there it is in a piece of plastic. Here, I'll should be quiet. Oh, did you guys hear that? Have glossy, glass casing up here, and then this all is like aluminum, and then you have a plastic piece here that's actually going to be attaching to, depending on what you put it on. So I actually bought a flexible arm for this one, so it's actually going to be like separate from my monitor. It won't actually be mounted to my monitor, which I'm pretty excited about because, again, I mentioned in this video that I'm in a guest room, and so I'm trying to position the camera in such a way that I'm not catching all of the guest room action, but just catching my space. I want to say it's like 2.5, 3 inches. Pretty compact though. I mean, nothing serious. And then we have a separate cardboard piece that reveals a, let's see, USB-C to USB, which this USB-C to USB cable is what's gonna plug back here to this little opening right there, and then the USB-A will go straight to your computer. Of course, as most pieces of tech come these days, you do have a really nice traveling case, and it's big enough to carry the cord and your camera. It's a little big, honestly. It probably didn't need to be that big, but it's really soft. Like, this is really nice quality. So that is the gist of it. You also do get some instructions, really simple. I am excited to use this to record. I mean, maybe I'll do a YouTube video with this. I know that it has software integrated into it so that when you automatically use this camera, or like when you plug it in, it's gonna start to download that software into your system. So that's really nice as well. So I hope you enjoyed this little review and unboxing of the Logitech 4K Pro webcam. This thing is pretty sweet. And yes, let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you would. And always remember that you have a purpose and a perspective unlike anything that this world has ever seen. Make sure you share it with somebody. Tell someone you love them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Thank you for sticking around, liking this video, commenting, subscribing. It helps the channel out a lot. Catch me on some of the other social platforms. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Pete__Rodriguez. You could also find me on Dribbble, Behance, and of course my website. And I just want you to know, your perspective matters. This is our community. It's you and I. We're in it together, all right? I'll see you guys next time.